Hey everybody, it's Root Beer, and I'm here with a news video because Bushiroad has just announced what is quite possibly the best product they've ever made. So we have Cardfight Vanguard Special Series 10 Premium Battle Deck Set 2023. So this is going to be a special set featuring Pale Moon and Grand Blue as pre-constructed premium decks, including G-Zones. So they are going to be including very popular sought-after normal units like Beatrice. You know, we're going to have popular G units like Dark Lord Princess and the ship. And then they're also going to be reprinting all of the effect triggers. So we have the Stride Criticals here. We have the Draw Perfect Guards. We have old useful stand triggers like Mick the Ghosty. And they're going to have the Heal Guards. So we also have the actual deck lists here, so we're going to include like 2 copies of Night Rose, 2 Skull Dragon, 4 Beatrice, 2 Nightstorm, 2 Greed Shades, 4 Columbards, 2 Cannoneers, 2 of the Ghost Ship, 4 copies of Cutlass, 3 Sea Strolling Banshee, 4 Tommy, 2 Negro Bone, Grenache, which I assume is going to be the V Grenache, and then, you know, the triggers mentioned above, they're also including the over trigger. And then Strides, we're going to have 2 of the Pirate King Night Rose, 2 of the Phantasm Night Rose, 2 of the Dragon Hulk. I don't actually remember which one that is. We have both versions of Obadiah, Bartholomew, Bad Bounty, Negro Nora, Oleana, and Negro Lily, so these are your G guards. And then for Pale Moon, we're going to have 4 copies of Hari, 2 Starry Pop Dragon, 2 Tricky Assistant, 2 Crescent Moon Juggler, 2 Dancing Princess of the Night Sky, the Lore Pigeon, and then all of your like Magia Doll cards, Masquerade Bunny, Purple Trapezist, Happiness Collector, your triggers, including the over trigger. And then, you know, both versions of Hari for Strides, Mephisto, Millward, and then your like premium collection ones like Yvette, Dark Lord Princess, and Leontina, and then of course your G guards here. So this is really good. You know, we've always been lacking in ways to get people into various formats, premium especially, because it is the legacy format. It's such a big thing. There are a lot of older, obscure cards that not everyone's going to have access to, especially like Beatrice recently does not have any like major listings on TCG Player anymore. In fact, let me just go there now. You get to see my amazing typing skills. But yeah, as you can see, there are like, you know, she has shot up recently. There are currently no listings. It's like ridiculously expensive. So something like this is just amazing for getting people into premium. One thing that hasn't been listed here yet is the price. You know, these premium collections can kind of go in any number of directions. I believe our current precedent, of course, is the special series for standard, which is Chronojet. So you have kind of the default version that's $50. That includes like your deck, the storage box, some coins, and a sticker sheet, which is very similar to what we have here. So in this case, we have 2 decks. You know, we have the same storage box, we have the coins, and 2 play sheets. So like those paper play mats. And then, of course, you have the premium version, which is $200. That includes a larger storage box. You have a rubber play mat. You have 5 special card loaders, a deck box, and then the same coins and stickers, plus like a display frame. So, you know, all these extra goodies. If I had to estimate, I would probably say that it will be in that, you know, between $50 to $200. I cannot imagine them charging more than $200 for this, and I also can't imagine anyone paying more than that. Realistically, I don't think we're going to hit either extremes on the spectrum that I'm estimating. Like, $50 is incredibly generous for 2 decks. They could do it. You know, it would be amazing if they did, but I could also very easily see them taking the logic of like, okay, well, something like the Chronojet list is $50, which gets you 1 deck, and then there are now 2 decks, so I could see this being like $100 or they could decide like, all right, since this is an all-in-one package, maybe something like $80. Like that seems like the price range I would imagine Bushiroad charging. And, we just saw Beatrice is extremely unavailable and very expensive. So just the 4 copies of Beatrice and 2 Nitros is already well over 100. That would still be extremely worth it just for the Grand Blue side of things. And then, Dark Lord Princess is also a very expensive card. $100 would still be a great deal compared to trying to build these exact lists. Building these exact lists, from singles. And I also just really like this for getting new players into the game or for experienced players to try out new things, because since you get 2 decks out of this, you can grab a buddy. If you're a new player or you're trying to get a new player into the game, then you can hand your friend one of the 2 decks and be like, all right, you play this one, I'm going to play this one. I can now show you the ropes for premium. Or, if you're an experienced player and you're just trying to try out a new clan, again, you can still just grab a friend, hand them one of the deck lists, you keep the one you want to play, and you can use it to just test out and see all right, this is how Grand Blue works, this is how Pale Moon works. A product that it reminds me a lot of, and if you're in the Yu-Gi-Oh sphere, Paul from Team APS likes to bring these up a lot. The battle decks from Pokemon is a very similar concept where they have 2 pre-constructed decks that are all ready to go. They include a lot of the same goodie that these special lists go for. They have the coins, they have deck boxes, they have quick guides for them, they have playmats, which I assume are the paper ones. So obviously Pokemon, much bigger franchise, one of the most popular franchises in the world. They can afford to be way more generous with their pre-constructed lists. So these go for $30 on the Pokemon website compared to $50, I'm assuming, is going to be the bare minimum going with Chronojet. I don't think Bushiroad has had a special series product like this that's $30 since the Legend decks all the way back in G, and even those were $35. So, yeah, this is just a really amazing product. Hopefully the pricing for this will be good. I think, again, 50 to 200 is probably where I would estimate it. 200 seems like too much. 50 would be extremely amazing, but I don't see them being that generous. I'm thinking 80 to 100, which would still be very worthwhile. So for experienced players, this is just a great pipeline into premium that also gets you some of the things you need to play V if you really wanted to. Unfortunately, because of a lot of the premium cards like the stand triggers, and I believe some of the cards they're printing are also just older, pre-reboot cards. So yeah, this grade 2 is a promo from all the way in original BT7. This is a G unit card. So, not the best pipeline into V. V seems like the black sheep of the family right now. They don't really pay a whole lot of attention to it, but it does get you kind of the core of a deck to try out V. You'd still have to kind of pick up other things to complete your deck, but other than that, this is just really great, and hopefully it comes to a fair price. So, yeah, good job, Bushiroad. I really like this product.